Hi, this is Julie Collins with Cal West HMS. I'm the broker here.
And my name is Robert Collins. I'm one of the brokers here at Cal West HMS.
So today we're going to talk a little bit about, getting a good tenant, a strong tenant. I strongly believe that it starts all right, especially with my new clients. It's important that we get someone that's strong and we get someone that's going to take good care of the property. So the first thing that we look at, the most important thing, the three things is the credit check, the landlord reference, and the 3 times the income. That is a standard that we expect from our tenants, is 3 times the income, especially in this area. The landlord reference, we go back the last 2 places they lived. We don't just go back to the one. I think that's important that you get at least 5 years to 10 years of history of where they've lived.
Yeah, minimum of 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years.
If you can.
Mm-hmm. And then the credit checks, I am not looking for a score. I am looking for, as far as, I want to see a payment history, a long history of payments on time. And when I say payments on time, that means no late payments at all. Not, I was 30 days late here, there's a little collections over here. As working in this field for the 20 years I have, the amount of payments that are on time is in direct correlation of how many times they're late on their rent. I've seen that over and over again. So that's very important, that piece.
And that credit report, like she says, is a debt to income to payment history report, sort of a ratio report. We're looking at all this debt, all their timeliness of payment, if they've had if they've been a plaintiff or a defendant in any public case.
That's on there.
All that on that report.
Yeah.
It's very comprehensive.
Yeah. So, but before you do any of that, I think it's very important to pre-screen your tenants. So before you're even going to go out to the property to show it to them, it's very important that there's certain questions that are asked. One of the, if the owner really doesn't want, if you're the owner and you don't want a pet, make sure and cover that right up front. Now that we have these comfort pets, a lot of times they don't tell you the truth at the beginning, then they tell you later. So you really have to pay attention to the details of what they're saying. The other thing is you have to let them know your criteria, what you're looking for. That's all listed on our website, but I go over it again with them to make sure. I want them to drive by the property. I want to make sure they look at the neighborhood and that they like the neighborhood and the area that they're going to be living. So the third thing is that you need to know what's on your application. So you have to be careful that you're not discriminating by the kind of questions that you ask on the application. So there are certain guidelines that the city has us abide by. In the city of San Jose, in our area, it's 2 persons per bedroom plus 1. So in a 2-bedroom, 5 people can live there, and we kind of follow that guideline for our company.
And I think it's kind of a uniform thing throughout the area, but
yeah,
you might want to check with your specific city
cities
about their about what this isn't a requirement. There's a occupancy limit, and then there's a suggested limit you can put on your rentals. So I think you just want to check with your local city.
Yeah. And then, what are the questions you're asking? All the questions you're asking on your application. Can you ask birth date? Can you ask ethnicity? Can you ask, what are the things you can ask? So one of the things to do if you're an owner is make sure and go to TCAA or CAA and look at their rental applications and make sure and use one of those. Now they do ask for fees in regards to getting those forms, but it's worth it.
Yeah, you have to become a member of their organization.
Yeah, and there's also Rental Housing Network too that has those for you. So and we do too. So you can always call here, and you can always check with us.
Yeah, we're here Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5. We can answer any questions for you. We help people all the time. We're here to help you if you need it. Hey, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.